So today's video is going to be a tutorial on how to get this fresh clean makeup look that has been trending recently but with no foundation or concealer. Also, I will be sharing some tips to make this look more well blended and cohesive for round face shape like mine. First, I'm going to start with my brows today. I'm using the MAC Browset brow gel to brush up the hairs and stick them upwards just to get the bushy yet subtle soap brow effect. If you don't want to spend on the MAC gel, then you can get the same effect with Fevistick because honestly soap just does not really hold up my brows that well. I also used to use the Fevistick for a while. Then I'm gonna use the Swiss Beauty Ultimate Eyeshadow Palette, and using the ashy black shadow, I'll just define the tail of my brows and very lightly fill in the head. I don't like to do the sharp lines in the head of my brows as it makes it too stark and boxy. Next, I will put on some lip balm. This is by Nivea and this one has a very minty and cooling effect. I'm gonna do this to keep my lips moist till the end and get it ready for the lipstick to glide on smoothly. Since we will not be using any complexion product today like foundation or concealer, we are gonna heavily exploit the power of primers, and the right primers used the right way can do so much that you can't even believe. First, I'm going to use the K-Beauty Undercover Color Correcting Primer in the shade Peach for both hydrating and plumping my under eyes and also to neutralize the dark circles. You don't need a color corrector or a concealer after this step, trust me. For the rest of my face, I will be using a combo of strobing cream and a Dewy primer, both of which are from Maybelline, and also this facial oil called the Auli OMG 24K Gold Skin Toning Elixir. I'm going to mix the Maybelline Dewy primer and the skin toning elixir because my skin is just extra dry during the winters. Feel free to skip the elixir step if you have oily skin. However, for combination dry and normal skin, this concoction just strikes the right balance of smoothing out the pores and textures and moistening and hydrating the skin, and most importantly to hold up the fresh look for the entire day. I will then dab little bit of the Maybelline Master Strobing cream all over the highest points of my face just to amp up the glow a little bit more. To warm up the edges and hollows of my face, I will use the Benefit Hoola Bronzer Mini and warm up just the double chin, the temples, and also a little bit of shading from my earlobe to the cheek area. I have a round face. This shading technique just makes sure that the face looks more chiseled but in a softer way than contouring. Next, I'm going to blush my cheeks with the Flower Beauty Blush Balm in the shade Cinnamon. This is a very rusty warm orange blush, perfect for deeper skin tones like mine. Initially, I used to apply very little of this product, but no, you have to go all in with this one and blend it with your fingers to get higher pigmentation and healthy flush of colors. Also, liquid blush looks more beautiful on skin, I feel. That's why I always prefer tints or liquid blush or even lipstick. I felt the color was a little bit too much, so I dabbed off the excess with a blender. Moving on to the eyes, I will be using the Blend the Rules eyeshadow palette 03 Fantasy. This is by Sugar Cosmetics. I'll pick up the shade Copper Rose with a fluffy brush and very lightly spread it all over my eyelid. Then I'll take the shade Muted Burgundy from the same palette with the same fluffy brush and just deepen the outer corners of the lid a little bit. Finally, to redefine my eyes and make it a little more lively, I will use this Dusty Brown color from Swiss Beauty palette and shade my lower lash line and also the eye bag area. Personally, I do this because I feel having no dark circles or too bright of an under eye looks very natural on me. So depending on your preference, you can either add or skip this step. Now my favorite part is highlighting. I will be using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter stick and swipe a little across the cheekbones and blend the excess with the blender. This is a very icy cool toned highlighter and honestly very little can go a long way. This part is kind of boring as I will just do my liner with the usual Lakme Insta liner, so let's just skip it to the next part. I felt the blush was fading away a little bit or was just not showing up on camera properly, so I added a little bit more and went in with the Earth Rhythm Lip and Cheek Tint. I think this one which I'm using is a little bit purplish in color, and this one is currently discontinued by Earth Rhythm. I don't see it anymore on any website. For my lips, I will first line them and fill them with the same liner. I'm using the Maybelline Color Sensational lip liner in the shade Rich Chocolate, another product that I always see out of stock and I'm just dying to repurchase it. This is like the perfect shade of brown that lasts all day and also makes your lipstick lasts really long. I will now straighten and fix my locks a little bit, and this is very important because I feel simply pulling your hair back into a neat sleek bun will make my face look too roundish, and the locks just adds the perfect edginess to my face. I decided to make my eyes a bit more snatched, so I tightlined both lower and upper waterline with the K-Beauty Raven Hue Kajal, and make sure that you pull the tight lining all the way to the inner corners and outer corners of your eyes just for precision purpose. I will now finish the lips using the K-Beauty Matte Action Lip Liner in shade Dialogue and top it off with some Lakme Plump and Shine lip gloss, just the Cupid's bow and the center of the lower lip to give it a 3D fuller lip effect. And that completes my look for today. You can go ahead with a dewy setting spray if you want to, but I don't own a good one and I just felt like using the ones that I have might ruin my lip. So that is it for today's video, guys. If you recreate this look, then please don't forget to tag me on Instagram and let me know in the comments how was the tutorial. I'm recording after really a long time, and if I get positive feedback, I'm surely gonna do a lot more of these tutorials. And lastly, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and click the bell icon to receive notification every time I upload. And I will see you soon in the next one.